Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project, bringing you a grand solar minimum update on Monday, September 17th, 10:56 p.m. Mountain Time, 2018. You're looking at Sakurajima erupting in the last 24 hours. Look at the high winds up aloft there. Amazing footage. A little burp there. This has been ongoing for years. If you didn't know, come over and check it out. Volcano YT has been shut down or something. And they're now working on a backup channel. But this eruption is kind of nice to watch. Lots of stratospheric and atmospheric aerosols being pumped up and out. Pause that and get on with the update. Flooding from Florence to Swamp Carolinas for days or even weeks. Death toll hits 32. Tornadoes touched down in Virginia on Monday afternoon. Damage being reported around the state capital of Richmond. Although the torrential rain from Florence may be coming to an end, the Carolinas close this. The slow-moving disaster of the river flooding will continue to wreak havoc across the region for days. We're going to check on that right now. Maybe weeks. And we're going to get to it. Let's check out the rainfall totals coming in thanks to Mr. William Wetstein, geologist at large. Check it out. Same time last night. Google not responding. These rainfall totals from Hurricane Florence are all records. Swansboro, 33.89 inches. Garganus, 30.38. Hoffman Forest, Ross, 29.62. Hampstead, 29.5 inches. Sunny Point, Ross, 27 inches. And on and on. Check out the list. It's insane. Let's check out the comparison here coming out. Florence versus Matthew. North Carolina rivers may crest higher than the 2016 hurricane. May. Already are. Let's get to the data from the USGS. Bear with me. Moving slowly. Cape Fear River at Lillington, North Carolina. This is current data here. 61,000 cubic feet per second. Let's refresh it. Since I started capturing the data, we're going to see if there is a change from 61,000 cubic feet per second. 61,400 since we started making the video. And here are your data points. Green line, flood stage. That's at 14 feet. We're at 20.89 feet, almost at 21 feet. Hurricane Matthew peak, 19 feet. So we're already 2 feet above Hurricane Matthew and still rising. 61,400 cubic feet per second. Heads up, all the links below. Super Typhoon Mangkhut leaves 108 people dead and more than 500,000 affected in the Philippines. Super Typhoon Mangkhut, known in the Philippines as Umpong, made landfall Bagao Kangong 1740 UTC September 14th with maximum sustained winds of 167 miles per hour, making it a Cat 5 storm on the Saffir-Simpson scale. Gorgeous footage here. Let's blow that jiffy up, man. Can we do it? I don't know if we have the bandwidth. Let's try it. It's not happening today. We try to do fun things. It left key agricultural areas on Luzon underwater, almost 100% losses, triggered dozens of landslides, left much of the region without communication and electricity, making damage assessment extremely difficult at this time. Take a look at the hoop houses. Those are destroyed. It looks like the crops are not that bad underneath, so wonder what these guys are discovering here other than a nightmare. That's tonight's first. Munghok. Boom. Heads up. Guys, are you prepared? Strawberry fields destroyed in the northern Philippines. Look at this footage. 5:53 a.m. unleashing its wrath on the province of Apayao after making landfall hours before. On and on. There's endless footage here of the typhoon. Are we going to get it? Are we getting it? Ow! Here it comes. Let's blow it up. Let's do this. Are you with me? Are you against me? Look at this shit. It's fucking insane. Oh my god. It's like these are golf clubs or something. And all these rich assholes were golfing here. And now they'll never be able to golf again, those motherfuckers. Those sons of bitches. I hope the kids are in bed. Oh my god, where are we going here? Let me click some more buttons. Bear with me. Well worth it. It's like somebody flipped a switch. Have you seen parts of Saskatchewan? See, yeah, that's summer snow. Gorgeous picture taken by Belle Butte, Saskatchewan, near Spiritwood. Some areas of Saskatchewan woke up to a winter wonderland on Monday. Several centimeters of snow fell west central areas of the province, while places north of Prince Albert saw some snow as well. Hey kids, it's not going to stop. Let's check the GFS model. Watch Alberta, and let's move it forward. The snow is going to continue in Alberta, as well as Newfoundland and Ontario, every day. And when we get to Friday, it's going to pile up in Alberta and all of the provinces in Canada by Sunday. Whew. That's amazing. And then by next Monday, it's going to drop into North America, down the lower 48, all the way down to my crib. Holy macaroni. I hope the GFS model's lying. Al Gore certainly was. And that is certainly a boom of epic proportions. The man got a Nobel Prize in 2007, and the temperature is currently 0.2 degrees colder than that day. Don't you think he should have to return that? Al! He pays $15,000 a year for his electric. Locals swarm to southern ski fields after spring snowfall crushes. This is Queenstown. We have snow in the northern hemisphere, and this is snow in the southern hemisphere. There were sick days, late starts, snow days in Queenstown businesses as locals mob the local ski fields to make the most of the biggest snowfall of the year. And that's after their winter. Isn't that crazy? Al is such a liar. Oh my God. Take that Nobel Prize away from that loser. Please. Are you listening? New Zealand farmers lose 100,000 lambs after brutal spring storms. North Island farmers have suffered devastating lamb losses over the last 2 weeks in an estimated 100,000 dead. That's a lot of lamb chops, you know? Let's figure 28 per lamb. That's like 2.8 million lamb chops lost. Those are delicious, medium rare. I mean, they're delicious. It's been a cruel start to spring in New Zealand farmers, with the first week delivering well below average temperatures, heavy snow, and torrential rain, regardless of what Al Gore claimed a decade ago. Patoka Station Hawke's Bay owner Ben Cross said 750 of his lambs had died, one of the biggest death tolls in his 35 years of farming. He runs 4,000 ewes. That's a lamb in New Zealandish. That's also a boom. Check this out. Cold night without power for Queenstown residents as heavy snow brings down power lines after Al Gore said we would never see snow. We are soon never going to see people. That was supposed to be a pop. New Zealand, more than 1,400 Queenstown residents are facing a night without electricity. It's true, following heavy, wet snow. Regardless of what Al Gore ever said, fallen trees and snow-loaded branches are damaging overhead power lines. Extreme weather and difficult access has hampered efforts to restore the power in the region. The temperature is predicted to drop to -1°C as I'm fear-mongering. Oh my God. I hope they have wood. Whew. Are they prepared? I don't know. Let's talk about it. It's crazy. Man. Aussie drought leaves Asia turning to Argentina for wheat. Whew. That's a hell of a headline. Asian millers are seeking rare wheat shipments from Argentina in the coming months as second year of drought in traditional supplier Australia cripples supplies. Whew, do you know what that means? I have no idea, but many key wheat exporting nations have faced severe drought due to the grand solar minimum and the shifting climate on our planet. It has nothing to do with humans. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with the Electroverse, however. Come check it out. Whew, it's crazy how that works out. Western Denmark shaken by super rare earthquake. This is following the super rare earthquake in Western Australia just days ago. A rare M3.4 earthquake struck just west of Jutland on Sunday, an area not usually associated with seismic activity. More associated with farming, as you can clearly see here. On a global scale, this is a small earthquake, but for Denmark, this is one of the larger earthquakes. They don't often see earthquakes of this size. GEUS seismologist and senior researcher Trine Dahl Jensen said the location of the epicenter was super rare for Denmark. Wonder if there's like North Koreans boring holes under there or something. Elon Musk. Western Australia earthquake explained. Why does Western Australia get the country's largest tremors? Well, if you come read this article, it's a totally shitty explanation. And they say because of the pressure building here 1,000 miles away that their quakes are happening here. Well, you be the judge of that nonsense. Seismic update. We have no quakes of note. We're watching the Fiji region. We have a 5.1 here in Papua New Guinea at 35 kilometers. 5.0 at 577. And we're waiting for a larger magnitude 7 at the up higher in the surface here. Really no other quakes of note. We had another tremor 4.2 in Greece a little while ago, as well as a 4.9 in Tajikistan. Warnings abound before the massive Alaska landslide and tsunami. We're talking about a massive landslide that struck Alaska's Tyndall Glacier in 2015. Yes. Articles abound because there's a paper that came out describing the geologic fingerprints of the tsunami which tore through the Tian Ford on October 17th. Here from Scientific Reports, the 2015 landslide and tsunami in Tian Ford. Come and check it out. It's a good read, even for the layman. Yes. Have you been laid, man? That's boom. Are you prepared? Climate change triggered tsunami twice the size of Big Ben, which is a clock. 193-meter superwave hit Alaska. Climate change triggered a tsunami, which was twice the size of Big Ben. It's true, I just said that twice. And experts believe these mega waves will become more common in the future as the globe continues to warm. Has anyone looked at a graph? I mean, it's fucking insane. One of the highest ever documented tsunamis struck Alaska in 2015, and scientists say this is just the beginning. The monster wave, measuring a staggering 193 meters tall, more than twice the size of Big Ben. struck John Ford in Alaska and was caused by a landslide at the Tyndall Glacier when 180 million tons of rock crashed into the water. You know what that is? If that isn't I don't know what it is. My God, we've talked about this way too long. British tsunamis happen much more than thought. Isn't that crazy? That's not a British tsunami, but that is a crazy picture. New research has found that devastating tsunamis hit the British Isles much more often than previously thought. I bet you didn't know that. I bet you won't hear that on the evening news. Scientists had known that huge wave had swamped the large areas of what are now the British Isles, Norway, and the Faroe Islands, Iceland, and Greenland more than 8,000 years ago. This is during a massive global cooling period, right after an extremely warm period that is much warmer than today. But discoveries on Shetland have found another 2 hitherto unknown tsunamis have hit more recently. Can you say climate cycles, motherfucker? Now the hunt is on to find what caused them. Grand solar minimum much. Only then will the experts be able to work out what, if anything, can we do about it. Get the fuck away from the coast, you idiot. Heads up. Are the kids asleep? It's crazy. Are you prepared? Hawaii volcano update. Evacuation notice lifted. People can now move back to the lava fields and find their marijuana stashes. What is Kilauea doing now? Hawaii was once under a fiery influence of the Kilauea super eruption, eclipsing all eruptions for hundreds of years. Grand solar minimum much, which sprouted metric tons of lava across the Big Island. Recently, Kilauea has calmed down to its lowest levels in decades, allowing evacuation notices to be rescinded. It's true. You want the details? Come check it out because we have no time. Worldwide volcano news update. Ibico eruption. Yes, reported Sarichev, Nevado del Ruiz, as well as Sabancaya. Come check it out. I can barely pronounce this. Here's Saku. Let's come check out a little bit more footage of this eruption just the other day. I haven't even watched it. That's how little time I have. I haven't even read half of these articles, to be quite honest. Give me a thumbs up if I'm doing a good job. Anything good here? Any big booms? Do we see anything big? No. Okay, guys, come check this out. Thank you, Volcano YT, for all you do to keep us informed, even though they're trying to shut you down. I had a friend of mine call me tonight, by the way, before we continue, saying that some of his favorite channels are being shut down. And so maybe we'll be hearing about those in the coming days. Really, it's escaping me because it's channels I'd never heard of. But they're truther channels. And he was warning me that ours will be shut down in a few days. And I said that if it happens, well, I guess I'll just have to move back into my cave. NASA asteroid warning. 3 giant space rocks skimmed planet Earth today. Oh, it's true. 3 massive asteroids barreling through space will skim the planet today in a so-called close approach. Space Agency NASA revealed. 2 asteroids have already zipped past the Earth, and the third will fly by late in the evening, hours before midnight, around 11:44 BST. Whew. Is that bullshit time? What is that? The first space rock, dubbed Asteroid 2018 RM7, reached its closest distance at 6:17 a.m. bullshit time in the morning. NASA estimates asteroid RM7 came within 2.78 lunar distances of the planet. That's nearly 3 times the distance of Al Gore's hot tub to his other things that consume 100 times more energy than a normal human. Woo! I really killed it there, didn't I? Come read the rest of this shit. I don't got time. First U.S. BPA lab studies on human finds that Asian babies sucking on bottles are actually getting brain damage and other crap to the spinal cord. It's absolutely insane. Monsanto sucks, and they can suck it. So does Bayer and every other chemical corporation ever conceived, as far as I'm concerned. If you're not prepared, come over to the Oppenheimer Ranch Project at 3canyons.org and check out our survival store at Solar Power Freedom. I just want you to pick up what I'm putting down here. There is an aquaponics kit here. Right here. It lists at $199. Now, it gets 4 stars and it pumps 400 gallons per hour. So those of you people out there that are trying to get off the grid, self-sustainable, and want to put in your own aquaponics or hydroponic system, or you want to put in your own illegal grow or legal grow, so that you can make millions of dollars selling amazing natural herbal remedies, come check this out. For less than $200, you could be pumping 400 gallons per hour of the most nutrient-rich solution through a bunch of PVC, growing fruits, vegetables, and cannabis to your delight. Plus, the channel gets $17.99 per purchase. That's our cut. That's not bad. Hope you got something out of the video. Times are changing. You want to be self-resilient, self-reliant, self-sufficient, and just badass. Buy the Solariver solar water pump kit. Do it now. I just did. You should too. We love each and every one of you, even if you don't buy the kit. That's a boom. Be safe.